welcome to the deep dive. Today we're zooming in on something you probably only think about, when you're grilling.
Right. Charcoal.
Exactly. We tend to overlook it, but this simple black lump is arguably the single most important energy source that drove our entire technical and social evolution for thousands of years.
It really is a foundational piece of our technological history. So our deep dive today is going to track that journey. How did we get from simple fire to charcoal? What massive problems did it solve?
And how did that change everything?
And what's its lasting impact? It really connects prehistory all the way to modern industry.
Okay, so let's start with that first big hurdle, which is just controlling fire.
Yeah.
When did we move from, just finding a lightning strike to actually managing a fire for ourselves?
That was the first major technological leap. We see early evidence, things like burnt earth at Chesowanja in Kenya, maybe 1.4 million years ago.
Wow.
But the real proof, the definitive evidence that humans could manage a fire over long periods.
Right, sustain it.
Exactly. That's found in China's Zhoukoudian site. We're talking 500,000 years ago.
Well,
We find these thick ash layers, dedicated fire hearths. It's undeniable.
and that ability, it solved more than just a survival problem, didn't it? This was a societal game changer.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about the cooking hypothesis.
Okay.
It's the act of cooking food.
Yep.
It dramatically changed our caloric intake, which directly influenced our brain development, our evolution.
And beyond food.
Well, fire gave us warmth, protection from predators, and it created a stable central camp. It basically created the concept of a dwelling.
So controlled fire gets us through the Stone Age, but then humanity hits this next massive industrial barrier.
Right.
We want to make things out of copper, for instance.
Right.
But copper melts at what, over 1,000 degrees Celsius?
About 183 degrees C.
But a regular wood fire only gets you maybe 300 to 500 degrees. So you have this huge gap, right? Like a 600-degree gap. How on earth do you close that?
And that is exactly where charcoal comes in. It becomes completely indispensable. This is the second great technical evolution.
Because charcoal isn't just wood.
Not at all. It's wood that's been superheated in a low oxygen environment, so it's almost pure carbon, what we call high fixed carbon.
Which means it just burns.
Burns hotter, way hotter. It reliably hits that 700 to 1100 degrees Celsius range.
The smelting sweet spot.
A sweet spot. And that's what made metalworking possible, starting around 3000 BCE. I mean, without charcoal, the Bronze Age, simply, it doesn't happen. And what's fascinating is that it wasn't just about heat. Charcoal is also an incredibly efficient, what's called a reducing agent.
Okay, what did that do?
To keep it simple, it literally pulls oxygen atoms out of the metal ore during the heating process. And because charcoal has very low ash content, usually under 6%, you get a much higher purity metal.
Which would have been critical for making quality tools and eventually steel.
Essential. So this one technical leap just vaulted us directly into the Bronze and Iron Ages. Our foundational technological eras are built entirely on this one specific fuel.
And that focus on efficiency, it wasn't just for industry, it changed everyday life too. I mean, you might be wondering, why bother going through all the effort of making charcoal if you can just burn wood?
It really comes down to convenience and energy density. Charcoal is incredibly dense with energy. We're talking 2, almost 3 times denser than wood.
So it solves a huge domestic problem.
A huge one, especially in cold climates.
Yeah, and you have to think about what that means for daily life. I mean, could you imagine waking up constantly in the dark to stoke a fire?
If you were heating a home with wood, you might be refueling 3, maybe 4 times a night.
Which sounds exhausting.
But with charcoal, you could use a single charge, and it would keep a room at a constant temperature for 7, maybe 8 hours. That is a massive quality of life upgrade.
Of course, it's cleaner, right?
Much cleaner. Because it lacks all that volatile moisture, it burns with very little smoke or, popping flames.
Yeah.
It was safer for inside your home and perfect for high-quality cooking because the heat is so steady.
This deep dive really underlines how charcoal's technical specs, the high temperature, the purity, the long burn time, made it the irreplaceable engine of human progress for millennia.
It's a testament to ancient material science, really. This one, seemingly simple discovery unlocked our most complex technologies.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. Charcoal's efficiency is undeniable, but the manufacturing process requires, 3 to 4 kilograms of wood for every single kilogram of charcoal you produce.
It's an intense process.
It is. So given that we still need it today for specialized industry, for high-end cuisine, how should we manage the intense environmental pressure this essential high-performance fuel places on our global forests?